I've lost two of my sisters, so coming to kind of get some closure in that respect.
One of the things that Larry does really well is make these multi-layered characters, and I think for just the story in general, it follows the quintessential horror film plot lines, but the characters are so unique in themselves, and I think that's very cool.
Oh, I hope this was the right thing to do.
What?
You know, get everyone together on the anniversary.
C'est comme un film, hein. Excusez-moi de parler pendant qu'il parle eux. Mais c'est comme un film où quoi, vous avez les bonus.
Good, good. Sam and I have a few things in common, such as being huge lovers of animals. And she's a huge animal lover. She's vegan.
Oh, j'adore.
She is a pacifist. I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go as far as saying that I'm a pacifist.
Je l'ai adoré dans le film Scream 4. Dommage qu'elle se fait tuer.
I know that she, I think, is made fun of a little bit by the rest of them.
Elle aurait mérité d'être Sydney Pascott dans ce Scream 4.
But she doesn't care. It doesn't stop
T'as vu, Jacques?
being herself, and that's something that I hope I have.
Ouais, mais t'as les sous-titres, Ghost. Ouais, c'est comme un film qui, oui. Bah, vous avez vu, bon, on va dire les personnages. Je vais changer, je vais vous montrer un peu tout. On va créer une scène. Voilà, on va voir comment se fait une scène avec le truc qui bouge.
Until Dawn started with the great teen horror script that sets the characters in a Canadian winter mountain lodge, being a contemporary setting with visual clues derived from classic films of that genre, such as Hitchcock's Psycho and Stanley Kubrick's Shining. The storyboards are vital to the production design, as it allows the designer to understand the scale of the environments to be made and the detail that would be seen to create the atmosphere of a horror. This took us into concepts that took these storyboards further, visualizing the world through the color palette, the lighting, tone, and the mood, and developing key locations such as the lodge, the cable car stations, the forests themselves, the wilderness. As you can see, the environments and atmospheres change quite a bit from warm and inviting to cold and threatening. The Millionaire's Mountain Lodge was a key example. It was designed to be made from nearby stone and timber embedded into the landscape, with a contrasting and contemporary interior needing to be opulent and extravagant. We created dark and claustrophobic corridors with ominous and large open spaces, almost cathedral-like in size, and with huge structures to silhouette and dwarf the characters within, providing a labyrinth to explore and wander. Each character was developed with a strong visual identity in mind, with contrasting colours, tones and silhouettes to identify them, each to have their own texture, pattern and shape, so that when they were lined up, you could always identify them.
Facile du tout, il y a énormément de boulot derrière.
Costume designs allowed a range of clothes that would suit them for the cold winter weather, but also have an element of style and individualism, so that the audience could look at them and relate, recognizing themselves within them.
A lady would like to cuddle up with her man by a nice cozy fire bathed in atmospheric mood lighting.
Right. It'll get plenty toasty once we're rubbing up against each other.
Mike, fire and mood lighting.
Yes.
Working with the lighting artists, we really brought the look and feel of the world together, and this required a thorough understanding of the visual language of teen horror. A key scene was where all the characters emerge out of the rear of the lodge chasing Hannah. A contrast is evident straight away from the exterior wilderness to the warmth of the lodge. The attention to character lighting here is through the bounce and rim lighting, accented colours and composition, creating characters.
Mais au final, Matt, on sait pas s'il a été vraiment sauvé ou quoi. Ben, on l'a pas vu dans la cinématique de fin. Oui, Lordo, supernatural. Oui, mais on le voit pas comme les autres qui se sont fait interroger, c'est ça que je veux dire. Ah ouais? Ah ouais, j'ai pas fait gaffe à ces cas. Allez, la science de la peur. Là, moi, c'est avec les aussi, je suis une victime. Bah bon, pour l'instant, oui, écoute, moi ça va, ne me fais pas attaquer, tout ça. D'ailleurs, ah bah écoute, je l'ai pas fait gaffe, Lordo. Ouais, c'est sûr. Mais ça change du véritable slasher, on va dire.
Is a game that's full of horror, and one of the things we decided to do early on was to take a scientific approach to how scary it was. So we did experiments on people, and we measured.
Et je vais vous dire, hein, j'étais totalement dans le noir pour jouer à Until Dawn ce soir.
We've recruited ordinary people to play the game, and we've left them to play it on their own.
You're turning the light off.
The only difference is it's rigged with cameras and microphones that relay the data through to the next room where people are watching them play. Bracelet here we use for biometric testing. It measures the player's emotional response. It's called a galvanic response sensor. It makes contact with the user's skin, and it measures the electrical conductivity across their skin. It's the same principle as an old-fashioned lie detector. When you're stressed, you sweat a little, very sensitive, and picks up tiny changes if the player is feeling anxious or scared. That data is fed back to a testing team, comes through as a graph.
I'm so sorry.
Ah d'accord, ouais, que tu sauves ou quoi, les deux meurent de toute manière, ouais, d'accord.
When we have a scare that's consistently has a measurable emotional response, then we knew it was good. If it didn't have that, it goes back to the team for improvement. The data doesn't tell us.
Ouais, pour mettre mes lives, c'est ça qui oui. Ouais, j'en créerai une, t'inquiète. Enfin, j'en ai une, mais il faut vraiment que je m'en occupe. Mais de toute manière, si tu souhaites revoir mes lives, tout ça, il y a là les rediffusions de mes vidéos après. Donc, mais j'en crée une de chaîne, t'inquiète. Je mettrai les vidéos sur... Oui, ça tout le monde a eu peur, monsieur. Moi j'ai eu peur. Ah ben elle s'est cachée carrément sur le canapé. Ah d'accord.
Hey. What?
Hey.
What the hell?
Ooh, you just got mugged.
Yeah, I have such an adrenaline high from that game.
There's two things we found. One is we could look at the scares, analyse if our expected scares were working effectively. Were people
oui.
shrieking?
Excusez-moi, Gaz, oui, je voulais dire kiwi. Oui, kiwi.
Being scientific about it means that we strip out people's opinions about whether things are working or not. We've got data, and we look at the data. If it's working, we're happy with it.
Really scary.
Au pire, Kiwi, essaye de me suivre sur Twitter ou sur Facebook. Comme ça, tu auras les trucs, voilà. En tous les cas, je vais te dire, je stream entre la semaine, je stream entre 1h de l'après-midi. Si t'as la Xbox One, oui, tu peux m'ajouter un ami si tu veux, y a pas de souci, genre. Si vous avez la PS4 aussi, vous pouvez m'ajouter aussi. C'est Batouné 13 mon gamer tag sur Xbox, c'est Batouné 13 sur la PS4. Allez, 1 millier de pages. Allez hop. Ouais, c'est très facile, Ghost. Hein.
Hi, my name is Graham Resnick. I'm a filmmaker, writer, director, sound designer, and I started working with Larry Fessenden about 10-15 years ago through my friend Ty West, who I grew up with, and have done a lot of sound design with on his films. And he was producing Ty's films at the time, and
la Xbox One, oui, c'est Batouné 13.
And we've written together on several projects.
My name is Larry Fessenden. I'm a filmmaker. I run Glass Eye Picks, which is an independent production company out of New York. we make indie movies, a lot of scary movies as well. And I got a call to audition to write this video game. And I called my pal Graham Resnick because Graham's a gamer.
Bah, je te dis à demain.
While I thought I could offer something to the idea of writing this multi-branching story, I knew that I would want
Dante.
Graham's expertise as a lover of gameplay, since I guess games
déjà que rajoute-moi.
And as a lover, yes. Just why there's so many sex jokes in the game.
There was one Italian website that did say Larry Fessenden and Graham Resnick, the two lovers behind Until Dawn.
Oui, oui, je me comprends à dire demain, t'inquiète. Mais demain, je ferai un stream de soirée. Hein.
So I wanted Graham by my side.
Ah non, mais j'ai pas le sub encore, hein. Je commence à peine, hein. Faut pas non plus. Hein.
Oh my god, she's taking her shirt off. What? Oh my god.
Matt, what are you doing here? Hannah.
I'm sorry, Hannah. This all got
Why?
out of hand, but...
So in the game, the basic setup is that a year prior to the game's start, all these kids had gone up to a ski lodge that was owned by the parents of one of the kids, or a couple of the kids, and some of the teenagers played a prank on some of the other teenagers, and a terrible tragedy occurred when a few of them, two sisters, ran out into a blizzard, and were never seen from again.
Merci beaucoup, merci. Merci tout le monde. Merci beaucoup.
And so now, a year later, this is kind of torn apart, this group of friends. They've
Merci pour le follow,
trials and tribulations in the past year. The brother of the two girls has had a lot of psychological issues, and to kind of help him cope and help them all get over it, they all returned to the lodge a year later, back up on the mountain. And the idea is to get over
De
it.
toute manière, Until Dawn est un mélange à la fois de Scream, de Souviens-toi l'été dernier, de Michael Myers, des films des films d'horreur supernaturels.
I think we were very interested in taking genre tropes.
Ah bah attends, je te le... Attends, on va voir la bande son et après on se verra la vidéo des capteurs. The Descent, voilà. Merci. C'est un mélange de tout film d'horreur qu'on connaît. Hein. Et en plus, moi, je suis un grand fan de Halloween. Et je suis content parce qu'en 2016, Michael Myers revient enfin.
Jason Graves, and I'm the composer for Until Dawn. I've been involved with Until Dawn for about a year now. Originally, I was contacted by Barney Pratt, the audio director. I think that had something to do with my lineage of horror games, and hopefully not the fact that my last name is Graves, although a lot of people seem to associate my name with scary music. One of the things that was really exciting about working with Barney and the team at Supermassive is they really wanted something unique for the music. They wanted the music to stand out and be a character on its own in the game. When I'm first starting on a new score, and it doesn't matter if it's film, television, or games, I always end up going to the main theme. Sometimes the developer or producer isn't even necessarily interested in the main.
D'accord, Dante.